Welcome back, everyone. You are enjoying another episode of Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition, brought to you by a Tale 2 hygienist in partnership with Elevate Oral Care. And now, please welcome your host, Tom Viola.
Hi, I'm Tom Viola, a certified pharmacist, dental educator, and author. Stick with me, and I promise to make the next few minutes the best pharmacology learning experience you've ever had. Hi everyone, Tom Viola from Pharmacology Declassified. We got another Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition. Well, we're continuing in our discussion of osteoporosis, and of course, we're going to talk about osteoporosis. We have to talk about the bisphosphonates. You know, Fosamax, Actonel, Boniva, Reclast. So what is it about the bisphosphonates that garners so much attention in dentistry? Well, like its cousin drug Prolia, the bisphosphonates shut down or slow down osteoclastic activity. That means that since the osteoclasts tear down the bone and the osteoblasts put it back, again, we can look at osteoporosis as an imbalance between the two, and therefore there's more osteoclastic activity than osteoblastic activity, so shut down the osteoclasts. Makes sense. However, the problem is some bones require high levels of osteoblastic activity. The bones that get the most damage in the body, like the jaw bones. So the mandible and the maxilla are consistently being traumatized, okay? They develop micro damage in the form of micro fractures. And over the course of time, the bone needs to be replaced. So the osteoclasts come in and tear out all of the damaged bone, and the osteoblasts come in and put back fresh, healthy bone without all the damage. Okay. But when you take a bisphosphonate, what happens is we shut down that bone turnover, right? So there's no osteoclastic activity, no osteoblastic activity, and so the bone continues to collect these microfractures, this micro damage. And over the course of time, the bone compresses and compresses and compresses. And even though it looks like your bones are getting denser and hypermineralized, which they are, at the same time, the bones are getting more too dense and crushing off their own blood supply. And that's how the bone dies, and that's how we get medication-related osteonecrosis of the jaw. We can also get something called atypical femur fractures. A typical femur fracture would be mid-shaft. This is a femur fracture that occurs higher up towards the hip. And that's really ironic because we tell women especially, take bisphosphonates because we don't want you to get a hip fracture, but they end up getting a femur fracture about 4 to 5 inches away in a spot that's very difficult to treat and to manage. The other thing about the bisphosphonates is they're very caustic to the GI. So the instructions for use for these drugs is to take the pill, put it in your mouth, swallow it with water, and stand up or sit upright for at least a half hour, more like an hour, to make sure that that pill has the fastest transit through your esophagus possible with the assistance of gravity. So you can't lean back, you can't go back to sleep. Well, why? Because it's so caustic that if the tablet were to remain in contact with your esophagus too long, it could cause erosive esophagitis and maybe even esophageal cancer. So that's why the bisphosphonates are great drugs, but the problem that always comes up is, traumatize the bone, and that may lead to spontaneous osteonecrosis of the jaw. Well, a patient needs dental work done, need an extraction. Should we give them a drug holiday? Well, everything I've read so far says what? Drug holidays really don't work anymore because the bisphosphonates are retained in the body for years. So giving a patient, a 90-day drug holiday so they stop taking their bisphosphonate, let's say 90 days before their extraction, may not do any good at all. This is Tom Viola with Pharmacology Declassified. Thank you so much. See you all soon. Take care. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to hear more from me, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or visit my website at www.tomviola.com.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition, brought to you in part by Elevate Oral Care, creators of the innovative and proven prevention-focused oral care products from Advantage Arrest Silver Diamine Fluoride to Fluoramax Sodium Fluoride Varnish. Learn more by visiting www.elevateoralcare.com and schedule your free CE staff meeting today. We'll see you next time for another Fast Fact.